on this episode, this chapter. Welcome back. If you guys see me here, you see my previous videos on my channel. I want you to know that I'm developing my skills on this new platform. That is a very nice platform, man. I mean, it's a very good platform, man. And I'm so happy to make use of Rumble. It's a miracle technically because not most of the platforms allow you to speak about certain things. You, of course, you get strikes in other platforms, and this is what we don't want. So I have big concerns for the health of our president. When I was driving from home to home, I was seeing some breaking news about the health of our president. I am very concerned because so it's very alarming about it is very alarming. At this point, we don't know what could have happened to our president. What happened? What is happening? What happened to her? Where's our president? So the White House declares a lid, so called for a lid. And what elite means? Elite means that there's no press, personal monitoring and interacting with our president, not even pictures. So the president is in absolute isolation from the public. With everything that is going on, it is super alarming. The zombies are bringing up some theories, and not just that, the conspiracy theories out there in the world are just bringing comments. It's out there. I'm not saying it. We're gonna go through these news that are it's alarming because we haven't seen our president. That happened yesterday, 11 a.m. As soon as I heard that, I rushed to get home. So it's close to 4 a.m. in the morning, and I am here. So if we take close attention of what's going on, look, countdown for Iran is going. They don't want to make a deal. President gave them 10 days to come up with a deal. They're still not have intentions whatsoever to make a deal. So, because 2% of the world's oil's economy goes through that, and especially we heard that they Iran put mines under the water. It's a kind of dangerous situation that we do not want to run risk of because if tankers burn or explode in the Hormuz Strait, it's done. I mean, like there's no way we can run those risks. Not just for us, it's for the entire world because the world's oil goes through that strait. So it's a despicable situation. It's a very tough situation where at the point that I heard that Iraq and Chechen they joined Iran in this matter, like backing up, turning against America. So it is alarming also because our president wants to release very soon. We're a few months away of what allegedly is mentioned of releasing extraterrestrial files. In my video from yesterday, I we went through this reaction, viewing it on the internet, um, from Senator Timbershit. I mean, isn't it too coincidental? Everything is happening. 2026, things are getting, you know, very, very open to the public, and especially AI is kind of like not being the topic no more. You know, it's gonna come out pretty soon. You know, you gotta work with AI as soon as possible. Um, but the fact that there's no significant news of our president is alarming. Why? Because our president removed over a dozen of generals from military positions. Look, when a president, in the old times, when a president or somebody from higher power, even a king, and I'm gonna just explain this, becomes a very contradictory image for their advisors, you know, warriors. What happened is that they use methods to put them down. Okay. So, in few words, the only method, and this is things that are going on through the internet. I heard it. Somebody came on Instagram. I seen on Instagram first that there's our president is dead. It's just allegations. You know, I'm not sure. I got very concerned, but I still, I am, I cannot sleep. You um, I just pray for the health of our president, man. Because if we don't, I mean, even those who do not understand exactly what the chess pieces are, it is just we're gonna get in big, big, big trouble ourselves. We need to keep this man alive. I don't know if this is true or not, but going back to my explanation, in the old times, in the medieval times, or even way back when a king becomes a very stubborn, whatever you want to call it, when they turn on, the king turns on the people or the warriors, the leaders of the armies, and they go against their word, the only way that they use is poison to stop them. That's a very old technique. Why am I saying this? Because I seen a video. I was trying to research. I was driving and I tried to research, that our president was rushed to the hospital, and the hospital is the Walter Reed, the military hospital in Maryland. And I got very concerned, man. It is very concerning what is going on. Now, I don't know if this is just to create confusion. I don't know if this is just to avoid the White House lead call. I'm not sure. Many rumors and speculations are going on, but not just that. Remember, our president is building the ballroom, and recently he got stopped by a federal judge for to keep continuing with the construction of such ballroom. So now, when you come to a court, everything has to be posted there. Okay, so and then this has to be announced and has to be told that the ballroom has a underneath complex, military complex. And in the previous video from yesterday, we seen that there was a purge of military. It's like when you ride in a horse and you try to cross the river, you don't switch for another horse in the middle of the river. I mean, you cool, but it's not gonna be comfortable. It's not gonna be good because you are under fire while riding with a horse. That's my big example. That's how I see it. That's how I can describe it. You don't switch another horse in the middle of the river under fire while you are in a war, technically. So it is concerning, and I do, I do personally, I do stay in praying. I am praying for our president because whether you like him or not, whatever you think that is wrong or is right, whether you hate him or not, we need this man as a human race, not just as a political perspective or spectrum. We need our president intact. We need him because if we don't, based on these rumors, I don't see humanity coming out of this. You know, it's just it's just tough to think. You know, because a lot of things, any possibility could come in your mind. You know, he's the one to declassify the alien files. Recently, we seen Tim Burchett, Senator Tennessee, what he announced and if on his interview yesterday. So in my video from yesterday. So and let's make clear that there's generals that they banished. I'm pretty sure it just was one, two, one run away from the into the woods or the desert. I don't remember. But I spoke it here. They couldn't even find a trace of him. There's one that they was just like passing by his house and his porch or something, and they just pew pew on them. And anyway, so there was like five high scientific that they are investigating about the extraterrestrial life forms, and they are in Trump's team to expose this. So now that number went up to nine that they are missing. I mean, there's people missing. What the hell is going on? What the fuck is going on? You need to ask questions about this. You need to conclude. You need to get conclusions because none of these frame so good, man. And Used to think that we have our president in the Walter Reed Hospital. I mean, there could be any possibility. It triggers to any possibility. Like anything could happen, bro. What's happening? Did he got poisoned? That could happen. That could not happen. There's rumors that he was rushed. There's rumors that he was rushed to the hospital Walter Reed in Maryland. And you know, it's just there's big concern. I am concerned. I am concerned because let's make a quick opening here. Just to explain you a little bit what could happen if our president, let's say, is not amongst us anymore. That cannot happen. That should not happen. We will see communism in our country 10 times faster than you could have think. There's no way we are gonna have a country of independence, freedom, and most of the people that are talking in these videos, just like you or me, if you're a content creator or you're somebody that is trying to put the voice out there, go through situations on the internet, my friend, let me tell you that you could be facing severe consequences. In the ancient times, people who spoke or they were putting the voice out there to defend some rights, they even tortured them, they unleash them, and in the most luckily cases, they just cut their tongues. I mean, and nowadays it's happening. I mean, look Iran over there. I mean, it's not just ancient times and old times. This is still happening in those type of countries. There's like people who were protesting against the regime, and they they just unlive them. They had to. So how? So like 10,000 people to 30,000, 30,000, 30,000. Just make that number. If you count 30,000 people from protesting, and recently there was some big league sportsmen. I don't remember from what kind of sports, but they hang them in public. This happened in Iran. I'm not joking. I'm not making this up. It's out there. And I'm gonna make a parenthesis here. You will not have your rights nowhere. The only thing that is gonna happen, you're gonna be monitored 24/7, 24/7, just like a monkey, like an animal. You and your family, you're not gonna have rights no more. You will not. They will confiscate your weapons. They're gonna seize your weapon. They're gonna seize your wealth, and the world is over. Communist countries or dictatorships that had that true belief that will take over. That will take all your rights, and you're gonna be taxed to the skies, way beyond the moon. at the point that you're gonna go broke and you have to conform for what they just place on the plate for you. That is communism, socialism. That's a dictatorship. That's a regime. That's elitist regimes. Do you think that you want that for yourself and your family? That you're gonna be pulled out from the crowd? You, come here. We need you. For what? Do not ask questions. Just come here. Come on. And then your family is not gonna see you. Unless you turn to the other side. You get castrated, you put eyelashes, you put a skirt, you put nails, and you say you're a woman or you identify yourself as up. Come on, man. I mean, what's going on? Are we living in the unknown dimension or what, bro? I mean, like, make these things right. Make it seem right. Come on, man. I mean, yo, I'm concerned. I want to know how our president is doing. I want to know, is he okay? Because whether you like it or not, like I said, we need our president intact, 1 billion% healthy in life. So let me though make sure something here. This is freaking insane. It is insane. I never seen. I never seen, and I gotta make sure. Let me accommodate this a bit better. So I never seen. I never seen this happening, bro. I hope this is just a false alarm, bro. I mean, people coming up with their stupid delusion. The zombies are coming out saying, "Well, our president, he's poisoned. Oh, Trump is dead. Well, we don't know what happened." The White House declared call for lit. I said they just throw the bait so you people come here and catch it. And bro, just you never know. Hopefully we don't get. Hopefully we don't get. Use a false statement. But we don't like it. We don't like it. So I am deeply concerned. And every single day, you don't have to see me. You don't have to see me. I don't need to prove anything to no one. Every single day, I pray, not just for our president, for the goodwill of the world, man. Because humanity, believe it or not, humanity has been going through a lot. And we will know. We will know. Perhaps not in my generation, but eventually we will know. A lot of things are going to come up. Whether we have people on the burgers or where's all that missing people, you know? And I want to make a clear statement here. I will never hurt myself or commit suicide. Not even my family, nobody. I never take risks. I never take risks. I will never commit suicide or hurt myself. I believe that life is a sacred right. every single human or living form have the right to live, but this is unfathomable. I mean, at astronomical level, I don't even, you know, you have to be strong enough, you know, because what happened? Look, I work for a big company, okay, and I have partners because I run business on my own. What happens when I gather with these people? We just put things on the table, like when we play poker. We're very private, you know. We love our privacy. But most of the pussy whips, they they're so afraid to talk about certain topics that is sometimes it's pointless. Yes, sometimes, sometimes not. Because if we don't take fucking care, who will? Who will? The only people that are gonna pay consequences is gonna be for young generations, the generations that are ahead. Those who are those who have to be accountable for, you know, they're gonna pay the consequences. And you will see because they don't know what's going. Some of them are not even born yet, but they will see it, despite that they are just all dumbed down with their tablets at young early age. What the hell is going on, man? So anyway, we're gonna go through this. I want to make the sweeping on the internet. So this is the actual hospital where our president. Let me see if I can. Let me see what's it do here. Do a function. Let me see the do a function. Oh boy. Oh background. Do. All right. Cool. So got a presentation here. This is the actual hospital that our president is just allegedly now. Okay. And you gotta see a little bit of the situation. That's for Iran. So our president said this. We were reviewing this. Iran has under 48 hours before all hell breaks loose as the search for our hero continues. That man is still lost, man. We don't, we do not know where is he at. So our pilots, I seen in the morning last yesterday that they have a specific training. Despite that, I mean, the good, rich Iranian people, as far as I know, I don't think so. They put a bounty into taking this pilot, this missing pilot, alive. I don't know where is he at. I wish him the luck of the world, sending good energy to him and my thoughts to make it happen. Just imagine this is a very tough situation. It is a very tough situation. Just imagine being in those two helicopters trying to sweep in the perimeter, trying to look for our man. So our president said here on the True platform, remember when I gave Iran 10 days to make a deal or open up the almost Strait? Time is running out. 48 hours before all hell will rain down on them. Learn to be God. President Donald J. Trump. This is, and there's a big rumor that Trump wants to use nukes on them. That's all I heard. Donald Trump wants to use some nuclear weapons on Iran. Remember, he said to send them to the Stone Age? It's just, I have no idea, man. All right, so we got this from Nick Sorter. Breaking news. The White House has called a lid, meaning no public appearances expected Trump tonight, following 47 convening his National Security Council at the White House, per Levitine. A Marine sentries outside the West Wing signifying Trump's presence in the Oval Office. President Trump is in full war mode. Oh yeah. And this is why I don't like what the freaking zombie says, man. They just spit poison out there, man. It's like when the fucking snakes talk, they spit, instead saliva, they spit poison. These are it's a lot of zombies, bro. They just want views. Oh, Trump is dead. This is so dumb, bro. Look, this is what I think that is going on. Our president rushed to build the military installations under the ballroom. And guess what? He might be just enjoying it. He's in full war mode because they don't want it to be in that, you know, when when they gather into a room and they're seeing everything in their screens, like in a real movie or like that video game, Call of Duty, they're seeing the real action from a camera from the soldiers of the forces. Bro, that space was too tight to having all the admirals, LTs, and representatives of the military branches, man. It was too tight. So I'm pretty sure he is just, you know, enjoying the first ride on the Lamborghini, like everybody says. So let's see what's happening.
President Trump has been briefed on the situation. We're just learning the national security team is gathered at the White House. There we'll find Fox News senior White House correspondent Peter Ducey with more. Peter?
And Will, I was just told by a senior White House official that President Trump has been in either the Oval Office or the Oval Office dining room all day getting updates about this search from the national security team who remain here in the West Wing, even though a lot of professional Washington has cleared out of town because it's Good Friday ahead of the Easter holiday and a long weekend. It's also spring break here in D.C., so a lot of federal offices are pretty empty right now, but there is a lot of activity in the West Wing. As for what President Trump is thinking about right now, if you talk to him at any point about things like this that happen, he will tell you that his worldview is that the world is a dangerous place. And it seems like this falls into that category because he is not planning to make any changes to the U.S. strategy over the next 2 to 3 weeks. Less than 48 hours ago, he said that we are almost done meeting our objectives in Iran. They needed to hit them hard for another 2 or 3 weeks. And he told NBC whether or not they asked him whether or not this was going to affect negotiations with Iran. The quote is, no, no, not at all. It's a war. We're in a war. And so we should not expect any changes to the strategy. We do expect some kind of a statement from CENTCOM, who have been operating this combat search and rescue mission in Iran since some point last night when this plane went down. We just don't have those details yet. It sounded like this morning they were working on something, but there is nothing to share yet. And notable, President Trump's public schedule today showed three things: two policy meetings and one thing that was listed as signing time. They started the day on the schedule, closed press, all of them, which is normal. Sometimes, if the president has something that he wants to say, they will open that up to the press pool that is assigned that day. So far, they have not done that, and the last event was set to start at 3:30. So obviously, there are a lot of moving parts today, but it is possible that we will not hear from the president on camera about this today. His only public comment, aside from this brief phone interview with NBC, was on Truth Social, where he talked about going and taking the oil in Iran. So his focus remains on the broader objectives of Epic Fury and not just this search and rescue mission, which he sees as
Sure.
part of the war.
All right, Peter, thank you so much for that context. On the president's point.
All right. Same thing here. Same thing here. All right. This is something from. I remember he said, um, these marks are from aspirin. He takes aspirin for the heart. So not because he have heart problems. No, the aspirin has a chemical component that enhances the heart flesh. I mean, you're spend look, if you don't sleep, because clearly these men for his age, for his age, is sleepless at night because he has to work. The heart becomes vulnerable to have issues and problems because he has to go through its process of sleep. So the aspirin is just like it's a good thing. I remember he said it in the Air Force One. And the thing, I mean, there's secondary effects. Okay, here I seen this too. Okay, breaking unconfirmed from Dr. Jane Ruby. There are some reports, some speculation, and unconfirmed information coming in that Trump has been taken to Walter Reed Hospital. It is currently reported that roads around the hospital has been closed. Bro, that looks, I don't know. This could be a mobilization for not the hospital. It could be a mobilization for somewhere else. Anyway, and the guy said here, Monothis, this guy here, Monothis, says, not correct. President Trump is not at Walter Reed and is not in critical condition. The White House has denied the rumors, confirming that he is working at the White House today. They're calling a press Please, not public events. Photos from outside the facility show no more motorcade, no marine one, and open roads. Sources: White House spokesman Stephen Cheung statement parentheses via multiple outlets, including AOL, American Online, I'm pretty sure, The Mirror, Hindustan Times, close parentheses, freelance photographer Andrew Ladens on the on site images and report April 4th, 2026. Viral speculation stated on social media but lacks any official confirmation, group information. So, wow. See, it's very easy to start some dumb stuff. Just please don't believe what is going on there because there's a lot of people they just want to take advantage of the situation and they just want to have some views on some followers. This is insane, yo. All right, let's go and take a look something on TikTok. We got this one. That's from the hospital, as we seen it somewhere else. Next, let me zoom it in because I'm concerned, bro. I am very concerned. You know, if somebody attempts against our men or men's life under the administration, regardless, whatever, whatever the fuck you want to say, there's no fucking, there's no version of the matters why he is gone, metaphorically speaking. Okay, why he is gone during the administration period. It don't fucking matter. This is an inside job. This is something planned. Somebody attempted against him. We clearly seen a No Kings protesters march from all the elderlies. Of course, it's planned. You know, it's like when you're driving the car and then unfortunately somebody jumps into the road when they shouldn't and you hit them. The person passed away. You had no intentions to do it, but you did it. What the fuck? On there, unless you go straight to the person and you hit it on purpose, that's a different scenario. But it still happened.
Breaking news coming in. Speculation is rising that Donald Trump is at Walter Reed Medical Center. There are some reports, some. This is huge breaking news coming in. Speculation is rising that Donald Trump is at Walter Reed Medical Center. There are some reports, some speculation, and unconfirmed info coming in that Trump has been taken to Walter Reed Hospital. It is currently reported that roads around the hospital have been closed, and the White House announced that the president will not appear before the public today. It is claimed that Donald Trump is at the National Military Medical Center. At this point, speculation is rising, but it's important to note that the only source claiming this is a post from Charlie Kirk's X account. While it is reported that roads around the hospital have been closed, the White House announced that the president will not appear before the public today. So far, there has been no official confirmation from the White House, the Pentagon, or medical authorities. Until verified by multiple credible sources, this remains unconfirmed and should be treated cautiously, as situations like this can quickly spread without clear evidence. So until more reliable sources confirm it, this remains speculation. And the real situation is still unclear. More news is coming, and I will keep you updated. Make sure to follow for latest updates. This is huge breaking news coming in. Speculation is rising that
Hold on. Oh, traffic. That's not fault, bro. Bro, why does monkeys are fucking applauding and cheering? Like, who's going in there? Is this a new method to protest? But
Is Donald Trump at the Walter Reed Medical Center in the hospital? I've gotten that question about probably 10,000 times today, so let's talk about it. There's a lot of weird stuff happening with the White House, but right now there is no evidence to suggest that Trump is at Walter Reed Medical Center. I try to track down where this rumor first began, and it looks as though it began on Threads and then has since circulated across the internet, suggesting that there were blockades at the hospital, that Trump was there, et cetera, et cetera. I even went around near the hospital today to check it out, and no, there were no blockades. Traffic was normal. So I'm not sure where that came from. Donald Trump has also been regularly posting on Truth Social. The weird thing is he hasn't been posting about the service member who's currently stuck in Iran, but he's been posting about a whole host of other things. There was also a Marine stationed out front of the West Wing of the White House. That only happens when the president is working in the Oval Office. Now, granted, they could just station one even if he's not there. So don't get me wrong, that's just a small piece of evidence. But like I said, I drove near there. Multiple other people did as well. There's no blockade of the roads by Walter Reed. Now, before you go on and shoot the messenger and get mad at me for making this video, I don't use my platform to share unverified rumors or speculation, and I won't do that. And I want you to know that when you're getting it from me, it's going to be true. So that's just what we have right now. That's the evidence. There's no evidence suggesting that Trump is in the hospital. Now, if that changes, trust me, I'll be the first to tell you. But right now, I just don't have any evidence. So that's it. Let me know what you think. Follow for more. And if you want to support fact-based journalism, subscribe to my Substack, link in bio. Is Donald Trump at the Walter Reed Medical Center in the hospital? I've gotten that question about probably 10,000 times today, so let's talk about it.
I want to leave a clear message to the vile, disgusting human beings that have put out fake news that Donald Trump has become very ill and has been rushed to a hospital. You people are absolutely disgusting. And at this point, I would truly advise every single one of you to go out and seek some help, to wish and hope and pray for somebody to be sick to the point where you are spreading misinformation that there's a possibility that our President Donald Trump can lose his life is beyond so disgraceful. And that we are on the eve of Easter, where even if you're not Christian, this should be a joyous holiday for all of us. You're sending out fake news that the president is deathly ill. On behalf of the Midnight and on behalf of every single one of my followers, let me be the first to send you an apology, but there is nothing to be concerned about. That our president is in tip-top shape. No issues, no health concerns. But I guess at the end of the day, that we must be doing something right. And make no mistake that this is good versus evil. Continue to keep your Lord and your Savior in your hearts. Nobody said this battle was going to be easy, but stay strong, keep up the good fight, and I promise you, if we stay united, we will win this war.
I mean, yeah, bro. Yes, of course, man. You know, this is why it's conformed from the country, man. The nation. This is why the United States is very hated worldwide because he allocates, you know, people from all places of the entire world, and not just that. There's people that have different belief systems. They have different ideologies, and I'm pretty sure they also, as we'll see in all online, allocates people that are foreigners out there from out there. I don't know if they're aliens. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it's all about having freedom. Whether you have to go to your 9 to 5 or work or just become an entrepreneur, it don't matter. At the end, fucking point, I'm gonna make this thing clear here. We all fucking go to the toilet. We eat. What else do you need? Coffee, milk, water. meat, bread, honey. You know, I mean, it don't matter because I seen it with most of the people. Of course, you have different experiences in life. They are unique, and then you surround with very important people at your level. But these people, it's just different scenario, you know. But being important has consequences. You know, you're gonna deal with stress, the pressure. One of the things that our president is going through right now is a lot of pressure. And I seen these old ladies. I mean, you could see. I remember I seen the lady saying, "Oh yeah," like, bro, that beach. She was fucking glad that our president was. Yeah, he looks ill. He looks very disgraceful. I remember I saw that on. I think there's a guy. It's called Seraldi. It's a YouTuber, and I saw a comment when he scrolled on X too, and there was a comment from this lady, and I remember was Facebook or X. I don't remember, but it was one social media platform. And the girl, she said something, bro. Like I felt that like like regret, like repentance for her, because you look at that person and you think like, no, this lady, she looks decent. She looks very decent. You know, she could be good. Yes, of course. There's no doubt. But in political aspects, man, just they think they fucking know. They think they fucking know, bro. They think that they know. What the fuck you know, bitch? You know nothing about rolling your dough, making your cookies, perhaps sucking your neighbors. I mean, I have to fucking speak this way because if I tell you in a, oh, well, I'm a conservative, bullshit. You motherfuckers don't fucking get this shit. You're too afraid to fucking speak up like that, bro, because you're gonna lose your fucking opportunities. People are gonna point you with the fuck you express. If I go too conservative, well, I don't think that was a decent thing to do. Bullshit. The fuck this bitch is talking that way. She shouldn't fucking open her mouth. The only thing that she opens her mouth is to fucking slurp their neighbors. What the fuck, man? That people should have fucking. There's no morality with these bitches, bro. There's no morality with these people, and it shouldn't be like that. Because if I come out and speak into a very decent way with filters, you will not understand me. So I have to fucking talk that way. And I don't give a fuck who fucking sees this shit. My opinion is fucking very important. How the fuck you glad for another human being to be like you pray? Okay, well, let's say you hate him. Okay, fine, cool. All these motherfuckers, do they know something about politics? Are they ready to fucking take the charge and stress to govern, to take office? We clearly seeing it back in 2004, man. I mean, 2024. That's what I meant to say. Who was in office in 2024? We don't want those wokeism shit, bro. I mean, okay, fine. Do your shit. Don't bother other people, man, with that shit, bro. Don't bother other people with that shit. You want to do that shit? Fine. Do it in your room. Do it indoor in your place. Just, bro, this is fucking. There's no morality, bro. There's no morality. Morality. I mean, there's another motherfucker who is on Facebook, and he said, I remember that it was rottening. Like, bro, come on, bro. Just imagine the idea, man. Just I'm gonna put it here for the fucking zombies. Look, when you when you you know when you take office and then when you see a lot of things, bro. You see a lot of things. Not just the Department of War, the Department of Health, the fucking education, employment, Social Security, Medicare, all these fucking departments, bro. All not just that, intelligence, FBI, CIA, bro. It's just one man for all these departments, and not just that, bro. It doesn't end there. You have to have classified files. What is the unnormal, the anomalies that is outside of our society, as we know, as normal living, home, work, movies, parks, malls, you know, walking the dog. I mean, because it's like, like, let's say one color to another. All right. Just divide this. Let's say here's the people and here's another unknown things. The unknown has to mingle in somehow. Is vanishing, is fading one to another between the reality as we know it, which is called society, and what is unknown. This is why we have our military to be in between. Bro, come on, bro. And all that pressure, all that stress, bro. All that. And not just it doesn't end there, bro. You have to understand to get the fuck out of the fucking office, whoever is not doing their job properly. And not just that, to understand why people are protesting because of fraud. And then when you what was this guy interviewing these elderlies, man? This guy interviewing these elderlies, and she's holding a sign. Well, I don't know. I just supporting this. This granny at her 90s. Come on, just imagine that, people, bro. And it doesn't end there. Crime rates. I mean, it's just one man for everything, bro. That's why there's a team assigned. But imagine, even though you have a team, you have to have reports and respond from those reports. It's not just like I plaster my ass in a chair, in a desk, and I start saying, you do this, you do that, you do that, you do there, you go there, you go there, you bring me this. No, bro. Everybody can do that. But when you take severe measurements and action with no mercy, it's just, it's a lot. Of course, you're going to be sleepless. Of course, your health is going to change. You need to balance it. Of course, you need to take vitamins to do your working routines. Of course, you have human things to do, mundane human things to do, just like physical. You need to go to perhaps take a vacation. Look, in fact, I bring this up. I haven't even seen our president taking a vacation, even though he takes a pay, but he donates it. He never takes it for himself. He donates the pay, and he's being pointed by other people. Man, come on, man, come on, man. I mean, nobody said this about previous presidents. What's the problem? Every single thing that Donald Trump does is wrong. Every single thing, bro. And even my previous friends, because look, Protesters are defending a fucking country, are defending things that they are not from their country. They should be defending this country if they truly are fucking protesting for America first. You know, this is fucking hideous, bro. I'm a motherfucker patriot guy. And not just that, bro. They're protesting for another country. I'm gonna fucking clarify this right now with my big balls that I have. You know what? Go to those fucking third world countries. Not 6 months. Not a year. 6 months. No, you know what? Just go 1 month and establish yourself there for a month. Go to Mexico. Nothing wrong with Mexico, but you know, it's beautiful. For a vacation only. Go to Mexico. Go to Belize. Go to Guatemala. Go to Brazil. Go to Colombia. Go to Cuba. Is getting fixed and released to have freedom. Go to those countries. And then you come here and fucking say something. You're gonna miss America. You're gonna miss the United States. You're gonna kiss the fucking soil who seen you grow up. You're gonna miss that. You're gonna miss home. I guarantee you. And you will remember my face. You will remember my face. You will remember my face. Because it's not how you think, my friend. All of you motherfuckers offending things, protesting with your stick and sign. Go to one third world country for a month. Just 1 month. Just 1 month. And once you stay there, you will fucking wish to be back here. And you're gonna miss God in another land. You're gonna praise to be back here. I guarantee you that. And mark my words. You defending stupidity, bro. Just who the fuck pays you? Nobody pays me. I'm speaking with my own words. Nobody pays me. I make my money. This is insane, yo. This is freaking insane. And let's just check the comments here because I clearly seen in this video the comments in this video how people sick they are. Take a look at this stuff. I seen this stuff. So the guy is very serious, man. His name on TikTok is I am the midnight 123. Okay. So I just follow him. And it seemed like, bro, he has love for his nation. He has love for his country that his family and generations before seen him grow up. Look at this. Okay, look at this person here. Stay positive and the dead, bro. I mean, let's take a look at this motherfucker. Just J. And this is what bitches they always know, bro. Stupid animals, bro. Look at this. Stupid dog, bro. Because they identify just themselves like that, bro. Bro, you're gonna get cooked, bro. These girls of nowadays, bro, they are they are poisoned. It is crazy, bro.
I want to leave a clear message. We got some breaking news just coming in. It looks like reports are coming in that they got the Ayatollah Khomeini's wife as well. And at that point, I will say that children are off limits.
Yeah, bro. Iran, bro, this is a tough patriot guy, man. Patriots, man, they will defend the nation, bro. Because if we don't defend the fucking, we're gonna be turning like fajitos. We don't want that. We don't want that, bro. We want our wives. We want our woman, whether you get married or not. We want to have the family core. I mean, you don't have to get married, man. You can get married by church, not the courthouse. Fuck no. I'm doing that shit. I don't believe that. It's whether look, everything's there. Everything is there. But you know what? It's just like the store. You go, you enter, you take what fits on you, and then you pay for it. That's what you take. You pay for what you take. Let's go back to see more. And by the way, we don't have to agree on everything. We do not have to agree on everything, bro.
I want to leave a clear
Crazy,
message
man.
to the vile, disgusting human beings
This is insane. That's it.
Donald Trump is not at Walter Reed Hospital. This has to stop. So a new video was posted to X showing a blockade and
Yeah.
his caravan going to the hospital.
Now let's
Well,
take a
guess
look at
what?
this
They
one.
fact checked it. It's not.
They come here with this stupid thing just for the views and the followers.
Urgent breaking news. We are now getting reports that Donald J. Trump, the President of the United States of America, is now dead. Reports have swept the internet that Donald Trump was rushed to Walter Reed.
Bro, they just use the word, the statement, the title. He's dead. Fuckers. They'll carry that shit from hell.
Medical Center where he passed. These reports, however, are absolutely not true, and you cannot believe everything that you see or read on the internet. A lot of people have been spreading this footage, which shows a lot of hubbub outside of the Walter Reed Medical Center as proof, but this footage is actually from when he was there right after the Butler, Pennsylvania shooting. The White House has come out and said full stop that Donald Trump is still with us. So let me know what you think about that down in the comments.
Bro, that's from Butler, Pennsylvania. I'm just gonna put this tape there. That's amazing. I just confirmed my doubt. Let's see what this girl is saying.
Oh my God, you guys, they're surrounded Walter Reed Hospital and they are celebrating. They are honking horns, waiting to find out if our our orange man has gone night-night. So I don't care if it's real or it's not. Apparently it's not real. Apparently he's still back at the White House. But again, weekend at Bernie's, who knows? I don't know. We're never going to know. None of us are ever going to know. Never. Will we ever know? No, we'll never know the truth. But
Yeah.
what it is, most certainly, is that, yeah, until the end of days, he is going to have to live with the fact that if he's alive and well right now, he's going to have to live with the fact that people have they can't even get traffic in and out of Walter Reed Hospital. People are outside screaming, surrounding the hospital, cheering, hoping he's gone night-night, that he was long gone, that he's long gone forever and ever and ever. Long gone. They hoped. So he'll have to live with that. He can pretend that he's all that in a bag of chips with his orange face. And he's actually trying to change his face makeup too. Have you noticed that? His color, he's got a little bit different. He's got a little different gloss going on, not quite so orange. So we can see, we can hope and see. We can hope to shout. Oh my God, you guys, they're surrounded Walter Reed Hospital and they are celebrating. They are honking horns, waiting to find out.
Bro, look at this picture here. I'm not gonna click on her profile. This is fucking annoying. A spiritual Scorpio baddie 666. Look at that bitch, bro. I mean, and most of who takes the time to go to produce this stuff in AI? This is bull, bro. And then Mimi Lanjoy, bro. So this liberal bitch, she's saying, bro, these people are sick. Is this a girl or is a dude? We don't know, but I can see a flag there and a rainbow. Look, I don't hate that people, man. Just stay around over there, away from me. We don't need that. I want children. I want family. I want demons. I do not want demons in my life. This girl clearly they do not fucking know. The best thing that they can do is just go back to the kitchen, bro. At this point, I'm literally I'm for real. Stay in the fucking kitchen. Do anything inside your house, but from out there you cannot longer go out there start fucking cussing at people, cutting them off in traffic, chasing them like a freaking crazy Karen. Those times are done. We're facing bitches. All these protesters and motherfuckers and these bitches, they're gonna go back to their house, lock themselves up in the closet when the aliens come down here and say, okay, motherfuckers, now your time is over. Bro, come on, bro. Your time is over. You're gonna pick up all these motherfuckers that they have no sense whatsoever. And they're gonna start doing reality check. They're gonna start doing reality check is gonna be a must, and I'm gonna be the person who's gonna fucking push it forward. Reality check. Reality check. No. So now, look at this motherfucker here. Bruh. 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 Look at that. Look at people how they do AI stuff. Like this is dumb, bro. How they make him fatter. You know, they just people are stupid, bro. People have no sometimes, bro, I still have faith in humanity, bro. I still have faith. But people are doing stupid delusion. The zombies. It's not I'm not gonna say stupid anymore. It's just the zombies. When I say zombies, you know what I meant to say. This is insane, bro. How people they're disgustingly wishing from all these crap, bro. This is pure BS, man. Being happy that somebody is just in bad health conditions, bro. And even though it's fake, come on, man. All right, so let's go jump into the 48 hours
In
straight
just the
Hormuz.
last few hours, Trump laying out a new ultimatum for Iran. So, what is he demanding now?
Alex, President Trump says he's not backing down from his deadline. That is just 2 days from now for Iran to reach a ceasefire agreement with the U.S. Now, we've seen him push back this deadline 3 times now, but he says that he's holding firm this time. He had this to say on True Social this morning. Time is running out, 48 hours before all hell will rain down on them. That's what he wrote this morning around 10 a.m. And Senator Lindsey Graham, that Republican senator who has been one of the White House's biggest advocates when it comes to this conflict, he says he spoke to President Trump this morning, and he says he's convinced now that the U.S. will use overwhelming military force against the Iranian regime if there is not a diplomatic solution to this conflict and they do not open up that Strait of Hormuz. But we're seeing this pressure from the White House at a time that this conflict is incredibly fraught. As you just heard from our colleague, there continues to be a search for this missing second crew member, and Iranian officials are telling their citizens to find this person alive, potentially raising the stakes for a hostage situation. But President Trump told NBC News yesterday that he doesn't believe that this situation will impact negotiations. And we've seen Vice President J.D. Vance take a greater role in what remains to be indirect talks between the U.S. and Iran, particularly because Iran, frankly, has been distrustful of Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner, who typically lead these kinds of negotiations on behalf of President Trump.
In just the last few hours, Trump laying out
Cuenta regresiva para una escalada mayor en la guerra contra Irán. Lo advirtió.
This in Spanish from Telemundo. Telemundo. I mean, yo también hablo español. So, sí entiendo. Pero No está bueno, porque a veces Telemundo y Univision no te dicen todo. These things that you're never gonna hear it in Telemundo and Univision. It's just things. It's just capping. He's gonna tell you, "Oh, it's terrible," what they want to. They want you to hear, whatever. I'm just gonna skip it.
New threats tonight from President Trump against Iran. In a social post today, the president wrote time is running out on his 10-day deadline to make a deal or open up the Strait of Hormuz. Now he says Iran has 48 hours before, quote, all hell will rain down on them. Iran rejecting that ultimatum. Also tonight, new video shows the moment multiple U.S. and Israeli airstrikes hit a bridge in Iran this week. At least 13 people were killed. This as the U.S. military races to find a missing American airman from one of two jets shot down by Iran. CBS News senior foreign correspondent Elizabeth Palmer is in Tel Aviv and leads us off. Liz.
Good evening, Jerika. What the president did not address is the urgent and high-stakes search for that missing American flyer, and also the loss of 2 American warplanes within hours of one another. Iranian television broadcast pictures of what it said were armed men searching for the missing U.S. flyer. Don't worry, says one, we'll get him. But it's a race, and the U.S. is doing its utmost to get him first. Iranian security sources say American special forces have been inside Iran since last night. The missing airman was a weapons system officer in a plane like this one, an F-15 fighter that was shot down yesterday morning. The plane's pilot was rescued by helicopter, but a second warplane of a kind known as the Warthog was shot down too, though its pilot ejected safely. Even as Iran's regime is congratulating itself for the shoot-downs, it's still taking a pounding from the air by the Israelis and the Americans. Today, Iran reported a strike near its only functioning nuclear reactor and said the number of people killed when a major bridge was hit in Tehran last week had now risen to 13. Meanwhile, the regime is still striking out at its neighbors. A drone attack set a foreign-owned oil installation in Iraq ablaze, and state television claimed these missiles were headed for Israel. This afternoon, at least one Iranian missile did get through Israel's air defenses and destroyed several homes near Tel Aviv. Israel has not said anything publicly either about the 2 downed American aircraft or the missing flyer. But, Jerika, it did say it would suspend attacks in the area that's being searched.
Elizabeth Palmer.
Bro, where is Netanyahu? Last time I saw him on TV or anywhere was because he's AI video. I don't know. I mean,
This is happening for the first time in history that the superpower, the USA, is asking a country, it's our request to please have a ceasefire for 48 hours. And Iran is saying, no, we won't have a ceasefire. We're going to strike. We won't let it go like this. Viewers, when Donald Trump gave the statement that Iran's airspace is under our control and we can fly over it whenever and wherever we want, immediately after that, American planes started falling one after another inside Iran. Their helicopters, their planes. Now Iran claims they have downed a lot of them. America claims not that many were downed, but they were definitely downed. America admits its loss, but not to the extent that Iran is claiming. So, which planes were downed? I'll say allegedly, because technically things aren't clear yet. It's said about the F-35, but there's no clarity on its destruction yet. Then there are 4 F-15E Strike Eagles that have been destroyed. Then there's an A-10 plane, very expensive, that's also been destroyed. Then there's an AWACS plane, which was very expensive and highly important for the entire Air Force. It was split in 2. Such an accurate hit from hundreds of miles away. Iran's technology is remarkable, or they're receiving incredible help. This is happening for the first time in history.
yes, I'm pretty sure. You know, I am pretty sure Iran has, of course, help. in technology from other sources. Look, isn't it too coincidental that Russia has a contract with the drones? That they bought the drones, some drones. I think Putin is out there in the public. Russia bought drones from Iran because Iran was the main provider for drones against the Ukraine war. This is out there. I'm not making this up. And the same type of drones were, produced from Iran to Russia in massive quantities. That's insane, yo. So hopefully this is gonna stop because I'm pretty sure Iran they have a lot of because since they had that contract with Russia to provide them drones, they might have mass quantity of these type of drones. I don't know. My big other speculation would it be that excuse me, that Iran is being helped. So how Iran is having missiles, how Iran is having still power hidden somewhere, or is not truly hidden, that might be provided by other country or allies. Who knows? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure by this point Iran shouldn't have any more missiles, defensive things. I implore to God to have them change their mind. I mean, because if they don't, bruh, you know what's gonna happen. The clock is ticking. Innocent people is in between. I mean, jet fighters they don't know to distinguish from what's good or bad in these cities out there, but they will hit the marked spots. That's why intelligence department stands for and step in to notify their jet fighters to see, hey, that's our target. Just psh, psh, and that's it. Let's go home. But clearly, how Iran, after everything they went through, is still having missiles. My big thinking is that he's being provided those ones, or they just what they had in their facilities underneath, or whatever they had hidden from their manufacturing contract to be provider to Russia when when the Ukraine war, because they Russia acquired a lot of those drones, those type of drones. But about the missiles, who knows, man? We hopefully not gonna find a big fish giving some food to them. So so I'm just gonna stop it here. Hopefully this is clearing your mind. This video that we seen from our president is a video from Butler, Pennsylvania. Nobody has the blockage there. People just want to get the views. People just want look. I'm not here to. Who the fuck goes at 4 a.m. in the morning? It's 5 now. To have views, not me. Okay, I'm just putting this out there. I'm not monetizing from this, but bro, people just want to get the views. They want to get the followers. Bro, come on, chill out. So our president, I'm pretty sure. I assume myself, and I will still pray for him. I will keep praying myself, and you should too, because the way of existence as you know it, and in society, in America, as humanly and righteous and The freedom that you know it might perish if we lose our men. And I'm still praying for this pilot to be rescued from our team. I cannot even picture myself doing that, but I know they had been taking um a training. They normally take training. That training is called SERES. Series. SERES. I'm pretty sure. That's a tough training. They take this training for events like when these occur, like when the plane is crashed, when you have to hide, how to do certain things. I mean, even when you're captured, when to take a escape decision, how to plan it and manage it, and how to just not even speak out certain things that are, you know, not good to speak under torture. That's these individuals that take that type of training. Even Marines they take that training. Even though it was a Marine, how do I know about this? Is that there was a Marine, a former Marine. He came out speaking about it. So I mean, the things are there. We're still praying for our president health. We're still praying for our man, you know, and support what is going on. You need to support our staff chief and leader because if God gave us these leaders, it's for a reason. You and me, we wouldn't be standing here right now. I mean, changes are not, you know, comfortable and good. You run risks, but I am not one of them. But when you manage something, it's like when you drive. You go out there, you drive. The more you drive, the more you're exposed, the more you're vulnerable. Um, there's people that don't even drive. That's why they stay where they stay, and our managers taking action. Man, I mean, it's been out there who tried to kill our president. Who tried? That there's reports in social media, even in X, that the one who hired everybody to kill our president it was Ayatollah. They hire people. They paid people here. That Butler, Pennsylvania situation, that was from the sources over there. And look how it ended up. You know, the hunter was hunt. So it's just crazy. Look at this. Look at this, bruh. But these motherfuckers, they just think that they're gonna do big moves. At first day, these motherfuckers they will go back home and start playing video games, and eat Cheetos and jacking off. That's crazy. These little fucking peewees motherfuckers, they just throw shit. That's fine. Stay there. Look at that fatso vet, man. Insane.
And now we begin with the latest on the war in Iran, as leaders on both sides continue to escalate their violent rhetoric, making increasingly threatening comments.
All of this comes as the U.S. military continues to search for a missing airman tonight after an American fighter jet was shot down in the western part of Iran yesterday. Eyewitness News reporter Tim Pulliam is here in the studio with some of the latest developments. Tim.
Guys, the U.S. military is urgently searching for the U.S. air crew member, and some defense experts are stressing just how dangerous this search is right now. This comes just as President Trump warns Iran has 48 hours to make a deal or open the Hormuz Strait. Trump threatens to rain down military force on Iran. Meantime, the U.S. air crew member is unknown. 2 crew members were on board the F-15 jet when it was shot down over central Iran. Only one of them was rescued after ejecting from the aircraft.
The longer that the pilot is on the ground, the more precarious this situation is. Once you lose a plane, you then have to start a very intense effort to find that individual. That involves low and slow helicopters, not terribly difficult to fire at them.
During the search and rescue mission, another U.S. aircraft was hit by Iran. The jet crashed in Kuwait, and the pilot was rescued. Black Hawk helicopters involved in the mission were struck. Some crew members were injured but were able to return safely to their base. Before this happened, the president claimed Iran's regime could no longer shoot down U.S. aircraft. But now that's uncertain. Closer to home, there's a vigil tonight in Santa Monica where the community will honor 6 political activists in Iran who were executed by the Iranian regime. It starts at 6:30. Tim Pulliam, ABC 7, Eyewitness News.
And now we begin with the latest on the war in Iran as leaders on both sides continue.
All right, guys, I'm gonna leave this here. If you see my videos, just follow me, do something, whatever you want to do. I'm gonna keep you informed with certain things that are going on, very relevant things, man. I'm so glad our president. This is a false alarm, and I'm still praying for this man. Hopefully, we find our man. And you know, we need the Strait open because there's innocent people out there in Iran that unfortunately gonna pay consequences of their own regime. Is just, man, come on. I mean, please, please, man. All right, take care. Be safe. We're gonna check out more stuff later. And peace out. Take care, everybody. Okay. Be good, do good. Eat fruits and vegetables. Work out. You know, don't spunk your energy with your shouting too much. But, have a really positive and righteous thoughts, man. Because when you leave this world, you're gonna pay the bill, bro. You're gonna pay the bill and your level, whatever what you've done. Okay? All right, peace out.